Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back. We got 22 minutes for the breeding's done. If I remember correctly. Yes, 22 minutes, 11 seconds. Why you add the breeding pen? Oh, because you're not the one in there. Okay. So, we're going to be do other missions. Why they fly around? Let's see, what do I have to do? I guess I could do this one. Real quick. So the more we get done, the better off we are in the long run.
Oh, it's you!
Why did my mic just get louder?
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I taught after charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
That's hilarious, but I'm not going to say that.
That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Day.
My dog wanted to be on camera, apparently.
My discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that weren't possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever. Especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls and escaped a dragon.
I'm back.
And I could tell by your working charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family.
To find the tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there. Revelio.
No wolves. Ooh, I don't really need you, so.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Probably there's supposed to be a infinite foe here somewhere.
Well, my feet didn't turn into beads. That's a good start.
Start emptying the tomb.
Revelio.
It's always good to get money.
Bombarda. Revelio. Should have known. Devil's snare. Revelio. Lumos.
Going down.
A troll.
Oh, that's where the boss was. It was underground.
Bombarda. Confringo. Defender. Potato.
How do you expect me to hit the hole with on face? Well, with his on club at that. Well, that will. That works too.
Revelio.
More plants for me to find. Well, that can be open, so. The tomb.
Revelio. A sarcophagus. This should reverse the curse. Hopefully.
We shall see. Oh, okay.
Revelio.
Oh, we can carry him.
Well, Marmaduke certainly left behind more than plants.
I think it was a setup for his family then.
Bombarda.
That would make sense. Woo spiders. money.
Revelio.
Well, since I'm here, go ahead and get everything.
Revelio.
You decided to switch games, then. Exit. Where's the exit? I think this way, since I went that way. Exit. Thank you.
Samantha will be glad to hear that the crest has been returned. I certainly hope it reverses the curse.
And yes, that was the thing I had to kill. Or defeat, whichever one you prefer. So I've defeated how many trolls now? 3, 6 apparently. Gotta do a lot more than that though. So that's no good, even though I gotta unlock it. I gotta discover that. That should be done. And another 10 minutes in the it should be ready to give birth. I'm going to blank for what it's called.
I'm happy to tell you that I returned the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus just as you asked.
I thought as much. I received word from St. Mungo's that my brother's feet are back to normal. No more beats. Oh, I cannot thank you enough. It wasn't too much trouble, I hope.
Just a measly old troll. Nothing significant.
A troll? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. That's awful. No one has been in that tomb for centuries. But I can't say I'm surprised. Marmaduke seems to have been full of surprises.
Indeed he was.
Well, I suppose I should
Well,
be
I'd rather fight the
I'm
trolls
anxious
than
to see
anything
my
else,
brother,
really.
who must be elated to have his feet back.
Of course. I certainly would be.
William and I are forever in your debt.
Well, that reminds me
Thank
of the
you again
clothes
for
I'm
what
wearing.
you
I should
did.
be able to. Some gear. I need something for that. That's done though. That's almost done. That's done. That needs 2 more levels. That needs 1 more level. I know that's one. That can't be done. Death trolls. Okay. Not time for that, so I just did that, so I need to wait a moment, let it do what it's gotta do. 2 out of 32. There's 30 more relationship things in.
Revelio.
Including the giant the key things I gotta find. Which is annoying, but alright. Well, never mind, there's a key here. Follow it, follow it, follow it.
I'm just having one of the girls.
Where did it go?
Revelio.
It's not over there.
It's a relief
Over
to
here.
finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
means there is how many of them now? Oh, that's for the quest thing I just did. Alright. Not what I wanted, but alright. I got one on me. 4 more. I wish there was a way to track them though.
Revelio.
But I got lucky finding that one, so. Quests. I need to speak with you other than a girl. I also got to meet with Poppy. So I have time. I could do a couple things. The Undercross is. Come on. Oh God, my back. Oh. That would happen when you throw your back out too many times. Your back starts going out. Maybe I can find the last couple keys as well. I'm at it. Wait, what?
Survives the reign of this headmaster. I think we should have a moon calf in charge. That youngun's now a teacher herself. It's a wonder she's not.
You weren't what I wanted, but
Revelio. Lumos.
and you are aware.
Revelio.
Let me guess. Oh, well, here's one thing I gotta get. And there's the butterfly.
Lumos.
Not the key thing, but it'll do.
Not someone else trying to pass through.
Revelio.
The delightful scent of gardenias will be unleashed.
There's no key here.
Has one person even tried to sort?
I could go ahead and get some of the chest out of here. I have to waste some time anyway for the birth to be done.
Revelio.
You are a wand handle. And then you. Yeah. The thing that changes shape cabinet. Really, you. Well, at least I know what that is now. Don't want to do that.
Revelio.
I do need to start exploring Hogwarts and finding the last couple of keys.
You'll never believe what I've learned. What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium? Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating.
Oh.
Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I know we had to do it to open the Scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I don't think you can go after the relic.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send it out. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
You didn't put a wand out for that book to disappear.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know.
I will try.
It would mean a lot.
Now then. Oh yeah, it's those. Well, I got one thing to find there, but I don't know where it's at. So. There's a lot to do there. So, almost got all the wands, apparently. I don't know where to get. No, one's from a challenge. And fourth will be a vendor, but I don't know which vendor. You will probably unlock on the way. Let's see. Tour note. Gear. Map. Requirements, please. The fall should be born by now, or ready to be born. 2 minutes. So I was almost right. I can wait 2 minutes. I need to collect some ingredients anyway. Yes. Wait, you need food, you need food. You need food. Everybody needs food apparently. Oh, no, they don't. The horn. I could step out and check the You're good, you're good, you're good. Oh, I should put our toy out. Then play. That's a unicorn. What does the leather football? It's a pill to all beasts apparently, so. Yep. They're all going after it. I'm glad I got out of the way. You want to play with the ball? They're enjoying themselves. Ooh. Good job, mother. Whoa, wrong one. I didn't want that. No, I did not. But we have the baby now. So. Oh yeah, I gotta identify something too.
Revelio.
Deke, where are you? Oh.
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the Thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pair.
I did that already. Is it not counting then? Like, go back in there and do it. Oh, groom and feed it. Wrong one, so go this way. Where's the offspring? You're not it. You're definitely not it. Ah. So I'm gonna put you there. Come on, little one. Enjoy the food.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Hopefully there's enough food in here for all of them, because he can't get but one feeder. Apparently. But now I must breed all the animals. Once I get all of them having a thing in breeding pen. Deke, You
Hello,
look
Deke.
different with
You'll
glasses
be
on.
pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Hopefully. Another good thing to do this, it levels me up quickly. So, Ghost of Love, Hall of Treasure, Bridge and Candles. Ghost of Love thing, that, which I have to find. I guess I'll start doing this then. Oh wait, I still got those in. Well, I have this to do too. Submarine Court. My nemesis. Oh. Oh God.
The pink Smedleys will always look upon you.
If I can get up here, it's 100, it says, every time.
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of. The pink Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend.
So she's trying to get him up there.
Accio.
I did it.
What a remarkable shot!
Oh, she did it.
That's the way to do it. Impressive.
She knocked my ball off. Right.
You didn't see that.
I did see that. That's the problem. Alright. Stay, yes.
Impressive. Well, it appears I've been bested.
Might have been not the perfect
Well
score,
done.
but did it.
Diving, Summoner's Court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
You played a good game, though, Grace.
I did play rather well, didn't I? Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
And this counts as a relationship thing. So there's one more or more. I don't think it really matters. I'm going to have to do it regardless. I don't want to, but I'll do it if I have to. Okay, hog meat. There's 2 things here to do. Gotta go there and there. That's golden appearance.
Revelio.
Reasons, but breaking into Alfred Lawley's home wasn't the brightest idea.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours aren't...
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask. Are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable, but why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which
This is like Ronald.
seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralyzed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Why didn't you ask the ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Well, back to work. There's a chest and a demiguise here. If I remember correctly, they were both behind a higher level lock last time I went to do it.
I'd best keep an eye out for spiders.
I want to go ahead and switch that and that.
Confringo! Defender! Bombard! Potato! You're even more aggressive than I'd expected. Confringo! Defender! Bombarder! Confringo! Potato! Defender! Surely that's the last of them. Revelio.
Whoa.
Revelio.
There's literally spider webs everywhere.
Revelio.
It looks like there's a body in there.
Aloha Mora. Mine now done. Revelio.
Gimme, guys.
Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman. If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is to end.
I can't really pick up guys apparently. I even know it's nighttime.
Revelio.
Yeah, I know what's in there, but a cellar full of spiders. How nice.
Revelio. If this is where Mary bred the spiders, they're not here now.
Well, no, they're not. They got loose. There's that. There's also a hole here.
Well, this isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere.
Yep, down the ladder.
A ladder. Not sure I want to know where this leads.
I think I already know where it leads.
I may find down there. Revelio.
I might not be the smartest tool in the shed, but I can put one and one together.
Exact. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse.
What if I want to get worse? How about that?
Not my fault you're a deadly grace. Revelio.
Only good thing about this, I get a lot more stuff. Apparently. Whoa, hello. I don't like the fact that spiders can crawl through everything.
Revelio.
Why is my heart beating faster? Get that about anxiety. Whoa, hello.
Revelio.
There's music playing now.
They see me, but I don't see them. Revelio.
Well, I see them, even if you don't.
Revelio.
Big, big cave. I would have to think these are the baby ones. What does Mama look like? I want to know. And I don't want to know all at the same time. The same thing. Egg. Apparently already been. No, it's not.
Half finished, but I need to destroy all of the exacts. Revelio. Confringo.
Yeah, we're gonna be here in a minute. For a minute.
Revelio.
There's a lot more to destroy.
Confringo. Bombarda.
Oh, that ain't gonna open that. So we gotta go back to the gate.
Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda. Revelio. Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. That's the last of the spider sacks. I suppose I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders. Revelio.
There's things there I want to get. I'm not sure how to get to them. Wait, could I just jump down from here? Ah! Whoa, that's why. Die. Man, I don't mind spiders. I still want them dead.
Bombarda. Revelio.
Oh, it's up there.
Confringo.
And there's more. Oh, I don't like this. That's a very big cave.
That's the last one. She's angry. Bombarda.
Yeah, of course she's angry. We've been killing our kids. In a sense.
I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life after that.
We're not done yet. I don't think I killed Big Mama yet.
Confringo. Defender. Revelio.
Apparently I did. And this was under her cabin. Our house. No. And there's more spiders. I see them.
Revelio.
Question, how did I get out of here? Up. I believe here, yes. I gladly return. I want out of this hell. This ain't even my worst nightmare, but it's still. My character might be dreaming about it. I'm gonna dream about something different, I hope.
Revelio.
The Scarecrow's still alive. Also, it's still dark. I want to try to get this little thing here. There. Now, if I go on the map, look over here. Yes, I got it all. Good. Either my controller's starting to drag or I got something stuck in it. Well, it's not moving while I'm not, so. Could have been a glitch. I'm hoping.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Mr.
Thanks.
Dog, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
It seems poor Mary was breeding spiders in her home for profit, and vastly underestimated their propensity to multiply.
Oh, Mary. What untoward scheme were you involved in? If she needed financial assistance, she could have just come to me. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend. But you'll be relieved to know
Hello,
that
Daisy
I
girl.
cleared out the spiders.
My
It's
doggy
safe to
came to
return
see
now.
me.
You cleared out the spiders? I can't believe it.
What you
But
gonna
I'm
do?
certainly relieved. I imagine the first order of business will be to help the hamlet rebuild. I suppose I have nothing to fear from dead spiders.
That's the spirit. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you again for all you've done. I shall keep you apprised of the hamlet's rebuilding.
I'm glad I could be of help, and I look forward to visiting your shop the next time I'm in Arranshire.
To dearly departed Mary.
Another one done. Almost leveled up from that. Or what? Did I get another thing finished from that? Ah, spider. I gotta kill 100 spiders now. No, 98. I still gotta find 6 trolls for that, though. I'm gonna be called the Goblin Slayer soon. So packed with curious, a dizzy, and creepy courier. You okay? Inventory. No. I gotta sell some stuff, don't I? I gotta discover you, but. Wait. Went out too quickly. I'm not sure if this is the best gear or not yet, though. But we shall go to Vista now. Do what? Spot removal? UK. She runs to eat her food and runs back in here to think she's gonna get attention. I have a silly dog.
Hello. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do? I'm Saccharissa Tugwood, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate.
That's incredibly nice of you.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream.
I'm not wearing
cream
it.
that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, Booba-Tuba pus. Booba-Tubas do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
What precisely are Booba-Tubas?
Disgusting things, really. Covered in protrusions. One needs to squeeze them to collect the pus. They smell simply awful and seem to move on their own. Ugh, I wouldn't go near the things if it weren't for my devotion to my classmates.
How on earth did you discover that Booba-Tuba pus clears one's skin?
One cannot rely on spells for all appearance enhancements.
You have a problem with
The
your
Errant
ears?
Path, for example, could relocate one's eyebrows entirely rather than merely thinning them. My darling and now perpetually surprised-looking neighbor discovered that on her own. Poor thing. I am convinced that beauty potions are the future. I'm forever
What?
looking for ways to make this world a more beautiful place. I suspected that if pure Booba-Tuba pus could cause boils, an altered form would likely reverse such abominations. And I was correct.
I can try and find some for you if I have the time.
Marvelous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to. I only need a few Booba-Tubas, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around. Our spotty classmates are counting on you.
Alright, things works apparently.
Forest for Booba-Tubas. I hope it's worth the risk. Revelio.
Ah, spiders.
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now where are those Booba-Tubas? Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness.
4 more? They're in the troll cave.
Just my luck. Troll.
Hello, troll. Goodbye, troll. Well, that works, apparently.
Confringo, Defendo, Wavada. Revelio.
I do hope the trolls respawn does. I don't know why this is gonna be hard for me to do. More trolls.
That should do it. I'd better get back to Saccharissa now.
Incendio!
Kaboom. Y'all are trying to catch a troll. Really? They aren't very bright. I have to fly. Okay. Out of the woods we go. This should get me up to 34. Already not there.
Revelio.
But this also helps me finish up the fighting things I'm trying to do.
Saccharissa, I found the book with tubers you needed.
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. May I have them?
Of course. Happy to have found them for you.
Thank you.
I don't
and
need
your
them.
payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor pimply peers. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our unsightly spotty classmates. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
Uh-huh. Wait, what? It didn't go up. Okay. Excuse me. So a few more quest things for that. Just need the one for that, though. Okay, let's see. This is now done. World map. You are here, which means I could fast travel here and go there. Might as well. I seem to got all the other things done.
Revelio.
Oh yeah, that's right. You, I can
Not
attack
sure
you.
how I'd fare in a little place like this. Confringo. Defender. Bombarda.
And you're done. Thank you. You're taking your tongue and going this way. And I have to do how many more of them for the combat thing? 10. Okay, so I can't do that yet though. So if I get that done, I still can do 6 here, I think. So whichever one of these I need the most. That's for. Wait, can I just go up here and do the same thing? I'll just wait for a while. No harm of saving up points.
Revelio.
Ah, yes, the landing pad. One of them that I found. Now we're going to do a mission.
Right. Natty told me what the two of you did.
Yeah, Highwing is fine.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does.
Yes, yes, it does.
But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
No problem.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
I'll follow you. Centaurs.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Multiple centaurs.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Well, that was rude, but alright.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the pumping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Revelio.
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Revelio.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Well, let me open it.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. Still smoking. Pelts. Poor beasts. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Revelio.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here.
Hello, Volk.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
A wild Volk
How
We must
did
catch it.
goblin and poacher interests align?
Revelio. Look, down there.
Definitely poachers.
You are right.
No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say.
Lumos!
Let's get a better live.
I guess it just depends on the people. I actually managed to make 2 friends, but one of them I'm not sure of, so...
How come I always draw the short straw?
I did one as well, no creatures there. Yeah, I think I might, I hope... but obviously yesterday, when we did it yesterday, we had people...
You can't keep your eyes off a pretty lass, you can't. Quit a flick of a frock and you fall to pieces. Centaur's quieter than you.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Also, another thing, I got that metal detector now, already making my money back.
So you're finding stuff?
Yeah, selling, finding collectibles, selling that, and also collecting samples and selling them as well. Contemplating treasure maps and register bounties to be paying off. Today I got, I think if you log in Red Dead today, you get
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in the Revelio. Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to...
Hey, just keep him on poker then.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we? dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
I'll tell you what, you'll break that to your story, please.
Hello, Hamora.
Hmm. Huh? For online? I don't remember. Well,
All right,
I'm not sure.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only fire for a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
I just know whatever I recorded is there, so. Y'all gotta remember, I don't remember everything I do anymore.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Well, the dragon's been frayed.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh, she's pissed. And apparently hungry.
Incendio! This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
No drinking,
we aren't
sport.
helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required...
Confringo. Bombarda. Defender.
Attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Accio. Bombarda. Confringo. Defender. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Bombarda.
Alright. Go learn my last spell at Hogwarts. Come on, controller work like I want it to. My controller shouldn't be drifting it. If it starts drifting, I'm gonna have issues with it.
Revelio.
Do what?
It's a relief to find why that portrait was empty.
Underground Harbor. Close the program from the book and huh?
Nope, we'll find the train ourselves. We're paying. If we allow it, we take.
Revelio.
I propose we'll pay out, especially if we're naming game alive. Alright.
Perhaps the book Professor Weasley wants me to get is upstairs. Revelio.
Has to be.
Revelio. That book Professor Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Oh, they are coming after us.
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct! According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
I probably
I'll put the
won't.
book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Sweet underground harbor.
Still, I won't try.
Revelio.
Right. Keep moving forward, I'll cover back. Oh, you're kidding me. I came on here without a rifle.
Really?
Yes, I came on a train without withdrawing a rifle. Oh, what can I say? Oh, he's on the train. I just faced through a box, so there's that.
Revelio. Revelio. So this is the underground
One
harbor.
of ours is dead. Oh, shoot, boat's dead, shoot. Ah. Too many. That's not even a line.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete, I should attend Transfiguration. Revelio. Protego.
My controller's starting to drag. Yeah, that I got a hair in it.
Keep going, I'll go and cut.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on
Revelio.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally rescue the dragon from Horntail Hall.
My hand's not on the controller, and it's still moving. I got drag drift again. I'm gonna have to go buy a damn controller again.
There you are. I haven't been called Puffskein Dunking once since you brought me that venomous tentacular leaf. I think I am actually braver.
I have the other controller, but it does the same thing, don't it? Well, that's for the other system, though.
Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost.
Did I just buy this controller last year, Sports?
If you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
I missed one, but I did it.
Beautifully done.
Got my horse, I could say.
Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. WLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training... Well, I thought you would pay close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Yep, my controller is drifting, so. And they cannot fix that, so. They use it where I can. Okay, you're done. All assignments are done now. I gotta do the rest of them. You. I defeated 100 goblins already? Okay. 7 more of you to do. 60, I think. Almost 30. Spiders, a lot. 4. 7. Okay, stop doing it now, so I guess it's just my controller's glitching. I'm not sure. What did I just get? Okay, is that done? There's so many of these things to do. Oh yeah, the dragon egg. More. Those two just speaking to it counts as it. So where's that? Talking about FSJ.
We are doing a bet. We do a better job without him than with him here.
Our visit to Felgrove, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
He literally just stopped. His horse ain't even like scammer, I know that for a fact. Purposely stole it.
That's done. I want to you upgrade. I need a phoenix feather and a whooping fur feather for that. Whooping feather. You're done. Whooping phoenix. So stuff I don't have yet. I have to use already. Controller work. Gotta understand why my controller's having issues.
Resource indeed.
But I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there and bring
Revelio.
Bring some of this goblin goop.
Our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Apparently that did not fix my controller. Alright.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you. And she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
Oh, that was cool.
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no. A person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
Okay, we know where the bounties are.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
She's in the Overlook.
Yep, you are him. Okay, got one bounty secured. Move. No. Of course he died. That was a good plan though. You go since. He can't do nothing right. He keeps dying and he shooting people.
Now it's going the opposite direction. Maybe that fixed it.
You know I used to have control Look at, he just stopped again.
Do what?
God's sake, FSA. He was not. Right.
You said something about control drift.
Yeah, I had control drift before. It's basically a push. Either it's just dust or it's a push to joystick.
Well, the joystick's not moving by itself. It feels like there might be dust in it.
But the thing is, when I'm not touching the joystick, if I say the control, it moves the character enough anyway, so...
Yeah, mine moves, so...
No! Break off, break off.
How do you get dust or something out of your controller?
I do not know.
All I can think is a vacuum or a wet rag or a napkin.
I swear we're losing a lot from this bounty. Can we at least get these bounties alive? We keep failing.
Well, FHA makes anybody fail.
He's failing more. Oh, he's falling again. This guy. Oh.
Revelio.
No, wait for it because if we start fighting before he gets there, he's just gonna die. This guy. I'm gonna kick him if he carries on. I swear. I've already warned him saying if you don't get the kid. I'm literally have no patience.
Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
I'm going to be going from the opposite direction. I'm going to clear the path for that to happen.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
He's literally the worst out of any of us, right? I'm sorry to say, but how come there is a guy who is bad at literally every element of gaming there is? He's bad at all of it. Okay, I can't do the trick though this time, sorry. Okay, first card's clear. The bounty won't be outside it, right? Move, horse! Not him. That's not him. Oh. FSJ
Yeah.
didn't even shoot him, bro.
I'll do it next time to the... I remember that very well.
This missing is starting to irritate me. my problem is FSJ. He ain't helping out at all in any of this missions.
Yeah, my problem is my controller. I gotta get a thing that compacts air to blow
A
into the
friend who
stick.
speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Do what?
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? It seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access.
Okay.
From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall...
How many times are you gonna die before you suit back, FSA? I swear God, I have to keep coming to save you.
The door is looking at us.
Just like those chests.
Okay, normal.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine.
It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Revelio.
Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio.
Can you actually do something besides dying?
I've read about mines like this. I can't see how it is something else altogether.
You're literally useless human being I've ever seen in this game.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
I don't think they're gonna follow us.
Patricia's too tense.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through his safe. We're being watched. Find the door. Accio. Revelio. Good freak. Revelio. Revelio.
I've had to revive you so many times. This is literally
Revelio.
Do them. Missing every song. Oh, you. For God's sake. My guy, you were lucky I let me off. Oh, you're going to sometimes let me die. Just saying.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more noise around here. What could they be building?
I feel like more than 10. It was like 12 or something. It felt like 12 or something. That was so... My god,
Revelio.
I thought there was a limit on reviving.
Grapple, you are. One less human to worry. Lucky that.
Revelio.
But the guy is useless. I'm just saying that. He is useless. Never do it. Hit roll a device. If you want
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary.
Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. If I'm translating,
Revelio.
and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
I can be used for better things than this so-called patrol.
Trivius Totalis.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Another schematic.
Revelio.
What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Oh shoot, they're here. Wrong game for this sabotage. Really? You really kidding me? They sabotage. They literally just sabotage. They... I found it, but then they...
That should be the last of them, Amit.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Why can't people be friendly? Why can't this be a friendly community? Why can't we be toxic?
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Wait, who is second? Is it Eccles? When I say, what is his search then?
Aloha Mora.
It wasn't me, then it has to be Eccles.
Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
Yep, get them to where they need to go.
Huh?
Can we please
That
talk?
wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Well, there's a collectible.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
So 6 more main missions. I still have to go there eventually, so.
Actually, wait a second. No, hold on. I got another mission planned. Hold on. Hold the break, roll. We got another mission planned. Move it going well, obviously, because I can tell. I forgot I had this mission on my list to do. What do you call it? Okay, wait, wait. Alright, let's do this one. I forgot I was going to do this, but I forgot. Okay, let's see.
Alright. Challenges. Quests. No, there's more than 6. Alright. I can do that eventually. Get that done. Get that done eventually. The foes, I gotta find the rest of them, so I don't think they're all in here. Like, oh yeah, there's 6 more.
How we get going?
3 chests, 1 field guide somewhere here. This is done. Limited foe somewhere here. That's done. 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 So this area has statue. Not there. I think it's here. Yes. 3 bronze trials and.
Kidding me? He's dead already.
What about here? Merlin trials, 2 of them. Which is right here.
Jesus.
But I'll do that on time.
Wait, what's the good method? Oh, you. As I said, I swear, God, if you're purposely failing at this work, I'm gonna kill you.
Well, I'm gonna stop here, guys. So please like this video, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Wolf Lovers out. Bye.